4. Grammar. In today's video, we will learn how to use the passive voice in the present simple and the past simple. But wait a minute, isn't that what we learned in 1C grammar? Well, yes, we learned all about the present simple, and this is why, in case you missed that video, it is very important that you watch that video, 1C3 grammar, before you continue with this one, because in that video we discussed all about present simple. The new thing today is that we will learn about past simple. Just as a quick reminder, this is the example I used to introduce you to passive voice in the present simple. This is the sentence I used. Lions, this animal, eats this animal. Lions eat zebras. Lions, the subject, zebras, the object. Now this sentence is active, and it is in the present simple. Now to make it passive, all we needed to do is put the object first and put the subject last, add by before the subject, and we need to use the verb in the past participle form. Use the verb in the past participle form. If you don't know the past participle of the verb you need, then go to page 72 and you will find a list of all the verbs you need to learn. And the last thing we did is that we added the verb be, are. We are talking about zebras here. Zebras, they, not just one because of the S. They are zebras. They are eaten by lions. We use are. Okay. Now, the question is, did this action happen in the past? Is it happening right now? Will it happen in the future? Well, it happens generally. It happens all the time that lions eat zebras, or zebras are eaten by lions. This is why we call this type of sentences, we call it present simple. Present simple is something that happens in general, like it normally happens, like every day, it happens all the time. Lions eat zebras all the time, in the past, today, in the future, like I go to school. This happens in general. I work in a school, so I go to school regularly. Now, let's move on to past simple. The man in the picture is Alexander Graham Bell. That's his name. Alexander is the man who created the telephone. He is the man who made the telephone. He invented the telephone. We are using his last name, Bell. Bell invented the telephone. He made the telephone. This sentence is active. What we are learning today is how to make it passive, just like this one, active and passive. What will we do? The same thing we did here. This is the subject, and this is the object. What will we do with them? We will switch between them to make it passive. The object will go first, the subject will go last. How about the verb? We use the verb in the past participle form. Okay, we will keep doing the same thing here. How about the verb be? The verb be we used here is are. Are is the present form of the verb be. But this sentence right here happened in the past, not present. Past. So we will use the verb be in the past this time. Was is the past of am. Was also is the past of is. Were is the past of are. What will we use here? Was, or were? We are talking about the telephone. The telephone, it. It is the telephone. So we will use was. The telephone was invented by Bell. The telephone was invented by Bell. Put the object first, put the subject last, put by before the subject, use the verb in the past participle form, and you need the verb be. If you are using present simple, then use am, is, are. If you are using past simple, then use was, were. What time did this action happen? Does it happen in general, like this one? Does Alexander Graham Bell always invents the telephone? No, he invented it in the past. It happened and finished in the past. This man is dead, and he invented the telephone before he died. It happened in the past. I hope that it's clear. Before we work on the exercises on page 12, I have prepared some extra practice for you. Here are 4 sentences. Some of them are in the present simple, some of them are in the past simple. Your job is to make these active sentences passive. All of them are active. You make them passive. Stop the video, try making them passive yourself, and then continue this video to check on your answers. Okay? Now, I will show you how we make them passive. Sentence number 1. Robert cleans the office every day. Is this present or past? It is present. Robert cleans. Where is the subject? Robert. Put it last. Where is the object? The office. Put it first. Where is the verb? Cleans. Put it in the past participle form. And you also need the verb be. We are talking about an office, so use is. It. We are talking about the office. The pronoun for office is it. Use is. The office is cleaned by Robert every day. If you don't want to mention the subject, you can say the office is cleaned every day. No subject here. No subject. The office is cleaned every day. Where is the subject? The subject is Robert. If you use the subject, use by. No subject, no by. 2. My father lost his keys yesterday. Where is the verb? The verb is lost. Lost is the past of lose, so we are using past simple here. We will use the same thing, except that we will use were. Why? We are talking about keys. Keys. Keys, they. They, keys, use were. The keys were lost by my father yesterday. If you don't want to mention the subject, then no need for by. The keys were lost yesterday. 3. My sister ate the whole cake. She is a monster. She was very hungry. She ate the whole cake. She left me nothing. The whole cake was eaten by my sister. Or, the whole cake was eaten. No, my sister, no subject. Samsung makes good phones. Good phones are made by Samsung. Good phones are made. Okay, now we're ready to work on this exercise. Now, complete with the present simple passive or the past simple passive of the verbs in brackets. Now, I believe that you guys are very good. Now, you don't need me. Try to work on this exercise yourself, and then only continue this video to check if your answers are correct or incorrect. Okay, now I will show you the answers. These laptops sell all over the world. Does this happen in general, or did it happen in the past? Just once in the past, and that's it? No, it happens all the time that these laptops are sold all over the world. Again, if you are not sure about the past participle of sell, go to page 72. 2. This one is a question. How will we start this question? We start with the verb be. We are talking about Arabic. Is it past or present? No, it's present. We are talking about Arabic being spoken in Saudi Arabia. It happens all the time. People speak Arabic all the time in Saudi Arabia. So is Arabic spoken in Saudi Arabia? 3. These houses, plural, not just one. 3 years ago, we are talking about the past. Plural, use were. Past participle of build is built. Were built 3 years ago. The Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa is a painting, very famous one. It's a painting. Not paint by Michelangelo, but by Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, we are talking about past. Leonardo was the one who painted the Mona Lisa. So, wasn't, negative, painted by Michelangelo, but the real painter was Leonardo da Vinci. Breakfast after 10 o'clock at this hotel. All the time at this hotel, they don't give you breakfast after 10. You have to eat it before 10. Use am, is, or are. We are talking about breakfast. Breakfast, it is not, isn't served. Isn't served after 10 o'clock at this hotel. Who, America, discover by. Who was the first man to find out about America, that there is a continent called America? People in the past didn't know that there is a continent called America, but Christopher Columbus was the first one to discover America. So who was in the past? Who was America discovered by? 7. Next Thursday is the opening night of Amin's restaurant. Amin has a restaurant and he will open it next Thursday in the future. So we can't use past here. But we are not invited. We are not invited. I hope that you learned something today. If you like this video, please share it with friends. I will leave you now with the workbook exercises. Goodbye.